The role of the unit is not only to push the multilateral agenda, as I said earlier on, even to the levels of the UN Security Council, together with the Rome-based agencies and other partners, including USAID. We publish annually a global report on food crisis, which stems from what is known as the Global Network for Food Crisis.
I think there's a lot of potential. I think it's yet to be determined how some of these kind of cloud clusters would work and how data would be crossed over. And we obviously share a lot of data in the scientific community to look at things like GPS, variety selection, processing. So there's a lot that I think could cross over and kind of cross-pollinate potentially.
Any sort of a bespoke system might require buyers or farmers to have multiple different ways of tracing and showing origin. The only way this can really work is with a single standardized data system. Now, fortunately, decades ago, the banking industry had this same problem. They created first Telegraph, Reuters and Bloomberg to address exactly this issue.
Past 3 years, I've actually gone into the research side, especially on the topic of digital transformation. So I currently conduct my research at IMD Business School, which is based in Lausanne, Switzerland, where my focus is on digital transformation, primarily of organizations and individuals.
Is it important? Yes, it is important. If you look to legislation in Europe, what is coming up with forests, but also with footprints, you have to guarantee somehow where your product is coming from.
Data points, what are the data points, or what is the information, if you want, that that is transported through the chain, and how is it aggregated? And that's a vast topic, and it ranges from, all kind of social aspects, or you name it, and it goes into carbon and water, etc., etc.
At the time, they will establish some systems for the information to go up. We want to make sure that all the supply chain is aligned on how to submit the information for these systems, and that all the formats are the same.
It is never, in our experience and our strong, strident opinion, it is never the case that you want the one system solution. The whole idea of interoperability is, it's like very modular parts in a system, very modular parts in a car. You want to model that those parts are going to fail. You want to model that they're going to be improved, replaced, enhanced, whatever. So I think that's an important outcome of any conversation, is to dispel the notion that we are talking about creating any monolithic system or any single point of failure.
A perfect link, if we link it to the ESRS and the upcoming regulations, but notably in Europe, that brings about this harmonization in terms of semantic and syntax by listing what are the requirements of companies.
The real reach goal is where the farmers actually can monetize that. So it's like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll invite an auditor onto my farm, but I want to share ownership of that data. And if that data gets shared, maybe after the first person who foots the bill, I want to have a cut of any value that's captured from that data.
What we see is that interoperability has the potential to create a more fair, sort of more equitable supply chain for especially smallholder farmers. In East Africa, the majority of coffee is produced by smallholders. So Sucofina has been working with many tech providers to sort of offer solutions on traceability, for example.